The time is 1 a.m. Beep. 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 Detective, we made it. Whew. What a relief. Glad the jewel is still safe. Ho ho! You said it, pal. It must have been our rock-solid security that scared him off. Would you mind opening the safe just to double check? Oh no! Ah! We've been had! Out front! Guards! Turn on the searchlights! Better luck next time, gentlemen! Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. We shall meet again! Until the next full moon! He's on the moon now. He went to space. Hey Nick, get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later, this is important. What are you freaking out about now? Today will be the last time you talk to me like that. That way, whatever, same thing. Huh? We're about to hit the big time. Big time? And what do you mean by we? You don't mean me, you and me are... don't be silly. I'm talking about me and Pearly, of course. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Pearls, you haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway? Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. What's this? Some kind of poster? Carine Village. Isn't that... That's right, it's our hometown. Pearly and mine, that is. What's this about treasures from the boonies? Ha ha ha! Very funny, you can laugh all you want. But you'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight? The Treasures of Carine exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but the promoter sent us some special VIP entry passes. That's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick? Same Maya, different day. This young lady here is Maya Fey. The younger sister of Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. Boy, was I a turbo nerd, a little manlet of a guy. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one that's keeping this law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. Mask to mask. In reality, she's a spirit medium and a bit of a shady character. Hey, who do you call shady? And this little girl is Pearl Fey, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself. I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. Carine Village is the home of the mysterious Carine channeling technique, and Maya here is the daughter of the Carine School of Channeling's master. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's the real thing, alright. Earth to Nick, how long are you gonna make two gorgeous women like us wait? Yes, Mr. Nick, I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit. Sigh. Looks like I don't get a choice here. Might as well head on out. Lordly Taylor, the city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Treasure exhibit, huh? I have to admit I'm pretty impressed. Wow, this is awesome! Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. It all depends on how you display it.
Oh, they even have that dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Fay Manor storeroom.
Oh yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. On a family heirloom. Say, Nick, the person in charge of this exhibit is waiting for us in the basement warehouse. Alright, I guess we should go and say hello. Yep, this is a basement warehouse, alright.
This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time.
Don't be scared, Pearly, I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Wright. Eek, a monster. You're right. Huh? A monster? Well, look who it is, already. Good evening. It's good to see you again. You, I know you. Haha, nice to see you again too, little miss.
Oh, hello.
Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how do you know her, Pearly? Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for the security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed since we last met. She's even wearing a different colored shirt. So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away in here. It really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman? She's jealous. Why are you freaking out on me? What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all.
Mystic Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily.
Please, Maya, don't say anything that'll needle Pearls further. Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. He did also try to throw me under the bus at one point, but that's besides the issue. It was something that happened 7 months ago. You remember, don't you? The Nickel Samurai case? You know, that time you got kidnapped? Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Freudian slip. Did that escape your memory, Nick? After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. Wow, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. Good job not being in prison for very long, I guess. Considering you've fucking falsified evidence. If it wasn't for us... No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I really am grateful. Whew, that's a relief. I did totally throw her under the bus. Several times. I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge exhibition like this must be very tiring. Well, Lordly Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums. Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearly? The finest museums.
Yes, I did. That's really wonderful.
So this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. The security guards are all highly trained as well. That sounds good. So what's with the face she's making? Alright. So, oh. Observe.
Mystic Maya, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Army, right?
Yes, that's a statue of the woman who invented the Quran channeling technique, Ami Faye. This statue is on loan from one of the training halls of the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. What's that creepy looking thing she's holding? It's called a sword, Nick. Don't ask me, how should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen the statue. That thing is the Quran Shichishito. Shichishito, yes. It's a ceremonial sword. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Ah, hooey. I wanted to cut something. What are you eyeing me for? Oh, look, it's already 8. Have you all eaten yet? Well, actually, I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together? Oh, I like the sound of that. Dine. It sounds so fancy.
I'll have the kids' lunch.
Ha, Pearly, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go and really eat your fill with a kid's dinner?
Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me.
Shall we head upstairs then? After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day something terrible would happen. She's dead now.
Nick, this is terrible.
What the? You're cleaning the toilet again.
I never knew you were such a toilet freak.
Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time.
Oh, I'm gonna turn on the TV.
We've got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was the work of the renowned phantom thief Mask the Mask. Mask the Mask? According to a spokesperson, Lordly Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by this phantom thief, who only targets rare treasures. Lordly Taylor?
Well, Nick, what are you going to do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet.
Treasure? Lordly Taylor? You don't think?
Yes, now get up, Nick. It was stolen by Mask the Mask.
Our most valuable treasure. The Quran sacred urn was stolen. What? Do you want to talk about this? Refresh my memory a little. What's this sacred urn? It's only the most important treasure in Quran village, that's all. Look, it's right there on this poster. Don't you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul. It's been broken twice, so... Namely the soul of Mystic Ami Faye, the founder of the Quran channeling technique. Right, Pearly?
Oh, yes, that's right.
Hold up. I thought that urn had the name Ami written on it. Now it says I am. Do you not remember any of this, even though that was one of your trials? Any idea how that happened, Pearly?
Well, there are some things best left unsolved, wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick?
That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Quran village, Maya's hometown. The sacred urn, it turned out to be an important clue in that case. Okay, the toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so let's see what's next. What's wrong with you, Nick? What do you mean? What do you mean, what about
Mr. Nick? Your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen. Doesn't that even bother you?
But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how...
The village is Mystic Maya. She's the future master of the Quran school of channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you say you don't.
Okay, I do. So what am I supposed to do about it?
Isn't it obvious? Go find the bad guy who did this.
Yeah, and get that sacred urn back. But I'm not a detective, I'm a lawyer.
That has nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya.
Man, oh man, there's no winning against Pearl's fairy tale image of love. So what's the name of this bad guy again? Mask the Mask, Nick. Make a note of it. Mask the Mask. It was terrible. I was arrested in everything. And yet I forgot one of the most important clues. 1 year ago, the murder in Quran village. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings. And this urn wound up being a key piece of evidence that proved her innocence.
Mr. Nick, would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone I broke the urn.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember. This urn used to say Ami on it. Until Pearls accidentally broke it into 1,000,000 pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well.
Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts. Spelling either.
Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now instead of saying Ami, it says I am. I can't believe no one's noticed this until now, a whole year later. Yeah, crazy, right?
I can't believe it myself.
Alright, let's hit the streets.
Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy.
But it doesn't look like anything has been disturbed. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night.
Bad guy, huh?
Hey, you can't poke around here, pal. Wait a minute, that voice. Oh no, not him again. Only the guy that saved us multiple times. It's you! I'm the one who should be saying not again. Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here Alright, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already?
Hello. It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective.
Oh, it's you, little missy. Actually, my name is Gumshoe, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now's a good chance for you to try to remember it. And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick.
Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick.
Yeah, good to see you again too, I guess.
Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened?
Oh, you're trying to remember my name, atta girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn.
I know about that.
Oh, well, the criminal's name is Mask to Mask.
I know about that too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that?
Well, I guess I sorta kinda owe you guys, in a way. The crime occurred last night around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen. The scene of the crime? You mean here, right? Wrong. That urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse. Basement warehouse, huh?
So who was guarding the basement warehouse?
That guy. It's all his fault. The thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets a swelled head, thinking that he's an ace detective. Ace detective? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Mask to Mask. Is he famous?
What?
You're joking, right, Nick? Mask to Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. Crazy. What the fuck? But underneath those disguises is the true Mask to Mask. So he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordly Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time. What? Then you knew he was planning on stealing the Sacred Urn? Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something. Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. So why do you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up.
So what's he like?
Well, like I told you, Mask to Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back.
Wow, that is impressive. All by himself?
Yeah, I gotta admit it, pal. Maybe he really is as good as they say. Or as he says. Not they. They don't say anything. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men on a stakeout. But none of us have ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy.
But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief.
Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? So what's this calling card? Here it is. But don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal? What's this mark on the front? That's called a logo, Nick? You generally include it on calling cards. That's Mask to Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them. Gives me heavy, you know the sun from Super Mario Brothers 2? You know, that evil sun in the desert? Looks like that. All of his calling cards got it on them. They didn't mention that on the news flash. We're withholding that detail from public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if a calling card is real or not is by this emblem. That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators.
Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday.
Thanks, I guess. Alright, let's hit the streets. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. That's probably because it's air-conditioned, to protect the art pieces, you know.
Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos.
Huh? What the heck does that mean?
I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please make yourself at home.
Who are you?
Shh! Silence! Now I see it's all becoming clear.
What do you see?
Zvari, the truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium, neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong?
Yikes, that's scary. How did you know that?
How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I am a traveler of both time and space, and a swimmer of dreams.
What is he talking about? Good question. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman, and introduce myself. The name is Atme, Luke Atme. Ace Detective.
Oh, hi.
Don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of.
The name's Wright. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney.
Ow, we got the title drop.
I'm Maya Fey, Ace Spirit Medium.
And I'm, Pearl Fey. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and, Spirit Medium Ace Apprentice. Excellent. Well then, shall we begin our little game?
Game? Why does the phrase one short of a baker's dozen come to mind with this guy? So are you really as famous as you say?
Of course. For a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in this city that had not heard of me. Look at me. I am Mask to Mask's arch enemy, the Ace Detective. Look at me. At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other, the angelic cherubs of light.
Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick?
I have been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Megina, to the crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from Mask to Mask. With my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles.
Yeah, they mentioned it on the news in the Great People Around Town segment. They said the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward.
Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it's not much.
So in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Oh, tell us what you know about Mask to Mask, and keep it simple, please.
Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds. Last night, here in the bowels of this store, we were locked in a most glorious battle.
I see. Huh, hang on a second. You were here last night? Here, in Lordly Taylor?
Naturally. Wherever Mask to Mask goes, you will find Atme laying his elegant traps.
Elegant traps? More like Mask to Mask. Out eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway.
But this time I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory.
I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night?
But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces.
Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio.
I first received the request for my services 20 days ago, and it was 10 days ago that we received Mask to Mask's calling card.
Huh? You were hired before the calling card arrived?
Yes, you see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough.
That's Adrian for you.
A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized.
A calling card arrived, right?
Yes, so, ace detective that I set a trap for that thief Wright in the warehouse, and waited for him, alone.
Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help?
Ridiculous. Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops?
You've got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let Damask get away. To be fair, the police do suck.
I always operate alone and concealed, out of sight of others. Concealed? Precisely. Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends. It's my own original proverb.
Anyway, back to what happened last night.
As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared.
But that's impossible. How could it just disappear?
How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here.
For someone who seriously messed up on his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself.
So you're saying that even though,
no, on one? Fucking unplayable. Oh my god. So even though On One came through those doors last night,
our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose.
That's just not possible. Let's examine the scene.
Sir Lawyer, please refrain from such crude behavior.
Huh? What do you mean?
This criminal is an artist. The crime scene is the canvas upon which he paints. Only I, Ace Detective Ashme, have an eye which is educated enough to read the signs.
Could you translate that for me, Nick? I think you pretty much said don't touch anything amateurs.
Is there something you wish to know about? You have but to ask Ashme. I know everything there is to know about my rival, Mask to Mask.
What do I do now? Does he have any top secret information? Stuff only real crime buff would know? Well, to ask while I listen to what Mr. Detective has to say. So what, I show him the calling card? That's the vibe I got from that hymn. Master Mask's calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right?
Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my arch-rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top-secret piece of information.
Well, we've got an ace lawyer, an ace spirit medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here.
Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals.
I don't know if I really want this guy to like us, ever.
Well, Sir Lawyer, I've been told that you too are pursuing the mysterious thief.
Well, I'm not sure I would say that. That's right. We're going to find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do.
Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If, perchance, you should discover anything of value, return them to my office. My Office of Earthly Delights, the Atme Detective Agency.
Office of Earthly Delights.
Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do.
Wait a minute.
He's gone.
I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Nick, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind.
I want to go to his office too. Take me with you, okay?
Now. That pathetic-looking wooden box. Ah! That box had the sacred urn in it, and now it's covered in Danganronpa blood. Don't touch it, there may be clues on the thief's identity on there. Grr. I worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box, Maya? Damn, dude! You didn't have to phrase it like that.
What's that supposed to mean? That urn has always been on its stand in the winding way at Fay Manor. So there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick.
And I was so proud of it. Poor Maya. Maybe it'd been better if Master Mask had taken the box, too. Wow, this is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say this was called again? Shichishito. It's literally 7-branch sword in Japanese, or so Miss Andrews says. Oh, it's pretty heavy. One hit 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? I bet it'd sell like hotcakes. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, remember to stay hydrated. I am now ready.
But there's something about it that bothers me.
Is it the fact it's bent at like a 45-degree angle? Wow, you're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly.
This sword. Wasn't Mystic Army holding it last night?
Yes, but also it's bent.
Ah. And another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now.
You're right. Awesome, Pearly. I wouldn't expect any less from my little ace apprentice. The sword is bent, so that must mean last night someone used it somehow. Aha, I just thought of something. Maybe the detective at me smashed Mask to Mask with it. Like this. Ouch! What the heck? What do you think, Pearly?
I think it's even more bent than it was before.
Oh man, my head. My hair!
My beautiful hair!
Computer. Hey, Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer.
A computer? Oh, I've heard of those. It's such a cute name.
Looks like this computer is for storing the data from the security camera. When someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them.
It's probably the trap that the detective set up.
Let's see if we can find find last night's data on this thing. We might even find a photo of Mask to Mask. Let's see here. Man, I really stink at working these things.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot.
I don't know how to pull up the photos. My man cannot find a folder. He has no knowledge of directories. I had no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick. Pathetic. Not just bad, Nick. Pathetic. Yeah, well, I managed to print out the camera data anyway. I guess you have to learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick? Yeah, sure. Anyway, it looks like the camera only went off once last night. Alright, slide. We got some good old blood. Little Danganronpa blood. It looks so thick. Oh my god, look at that. It looks like it would pick up like a solid sheet. Look what you did, Nick. You spilled paint over here. I didn't do that. Well, it wasn't here last night. I would have noticed a color this outrageous.
But this paint is already dried up.
Well, then you should have cleaned it up before it dried, Nick. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me. Looks like it's been several days since it was spilled. Hey, look at this.
What is it?
There's some kind of shape left in the bottom left of this stain. Yes, I wonder what could have possibly been there. Huh? You're right. I wonder what it could be. Oh, a true mystery. I can think of no objects that might have been in it. Why did the box not get added to the fucking court record? Add it now, you savages. Pathetic looking box. Ah, that's the box that had the sacred urn in it. Come on. Really? You're not gonna put it in the evidence? Alright, fine. Fuck you too. The statue of Mystic Army is so cool. I want a gold statue of myself. We could put it in the office. Hey, it's Wright and Co. How about a gold statue of me? Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange. Huh? What is it, Pearls? The statue of Mystic Army. Was this where it was last night? Ah! I'm pretty sure it was closer to the door. Yeah, I think you're right. Great job, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from my ace cousin. So the statue was moved on the night of the crime. Let's see. Door. Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there? It looks like it's the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. Organi. So... The security camera is trained on the big door to the storeroom. It's set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in and out. A security camera? Yeah, go stand in front of that door and it'll snap your photo too, Pearly. Oh, Mystic Maya, do you think I should smile? Nah, it's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face. Like this. Alright, good talk. Hey, Nick, your cell phone's ringing. Hello, Phoenix right here. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's me, Gumshoe. Gumshoe, what is it? What's so funny? I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Finally! This underdog is the alpha dog today. That stuck-up detective's met his match. Yep, I finally caught him. Lock, stock, and barrel. There's no escape for him. You caught him? Are you saying? You captured Mask to Mask? Bingo! Well, actually he surrendered. But I still got him. Mask to Mask surrendered? That's right. So when can we come and pick up the sacred herb? Well, you see, I was gonna tell you... What, something wrong? Do you think you can swing by the detention center sometime? The detention center? He wants to talk to you. Mask to Mask, that is. What? He wants to talk to Nick? I'll be waiting for you, pal, so get over here soon. The detention center, huh? Let's hit the streets. Do I really have to go to the office? Just let me go to the damn detention center. Hey, pal, welcome to the detention center. You're sure in a happy mood, aren't you? Yep. After all, we got Matt right, but, so where's the sacred urn? Oh, sorry about that, pal. I guess I didn't really think about it before. But you're the victim in this case? Huh? Well, I guess I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth. You know, he's right, Nick. He is. If you think about it real hard, we are the victims. Well, I guess so, in a way. I'm so used to thinking of the victim as a dead person because we're always on murder cases. Excuse me? But anyway, I have to go get the sacred herb. Please don't just ignore me. Who are you? I'm Mask to Mask? Okay? Hey, Nick, doesn't he look kind of, well, gangly? I'm Ron Delight, the famous Mask to Mask. I don't think this guy could punch his way out of a wet paper bag. So you're the Mask to Mask guy? Yes, you bet. No, that's wrong. You see, it's complicated. Sort of yes, and sort of no, if you know what I mean. What's wrong? Well, when I say wrong, what I really mean is to say that it's not right, per se. You see, it's not spelled mask to mask, it's actually mask star to mask. What's with this guy? Well, he's a timid little weakling, we know that much. A little manlet. A real bitch of a boy, you know. A real coward. Don't do that. Don't look at me like that. I don't need your pity. And a major crybaby, too. So, why did you give yourself up? Well, you see, it's because, well... I know why. It's because you stole such a priceless treasure. And now you're overwhelmed with guilt, am I right? Priceless treasure, that broken old urn. I have a little favor to ask. Yes, what is it? Could you go and talk to Desi? Desi? Look, we really want our urn back, so where is it? I'm sorry, I'll give it back. I really will. Maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can't keep. I'll just end up hurting people.
Mr. Nick, I couldn't hear what you just said, especially the last part.
Mr. Damask, do you think you could speak up a little more? Yes, sir, I will. I promise. Maybe not. You see, I'm already speaking in my normal voice, so I really can't do anything.
Mr. Damask, about the urn.
Oh, yes, the urn, right away. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind telling you, but actually I'm afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway. Enough already, just tell it to us straight. Please, please don't yell at me. I'm sorry. That urn, I lost it.
What?
What did you just say? Did you say you lost it? Yes, no, maybe so. I mean, yes, I lost it. What do you mean? Well, you know, I lost it, like I said. These things just happen. You're on the train and you get distracted and you forget your bag, you know? What? You forgot our sacred urn on a train? Wait a minute, you went on a train dressed like that? No, I was just speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway, I'm sorry, I just lost it somewhere, I don't know where. This guy's story is more surreal than a Dali painting. Are you really sure this creep is mask to mask? I don't call him a creep. Although I do have to admit I understand your doubts about this guy. I think he's just a pussy, man. So who is this Desi person? Please don't talk about my wife like that. I guess she must be his wife. I'm sorry. The truth is, it was my wife that told me to have you all come here. Do you think you could go visit her at my hideout? Hideout?
Mr. Nick, what does he mean by hideout?
Oh, sorry. Naturally, I meant to say my secret base. Secret base? Well, my apartment, actually. Palazzo Pelpepe, third floor. Let's go have a look, Nick, to Master Mask's hideout. Something tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout. Don't worry, we're on the case. Indeed. Wow, check this place out. No doubt about it, this is Master Mask's hideout, alright. Who is it? Is that you, Ronnie? Huh? Who are you people? Are you Desi Delight? That's right, I'm Desiree. Ah. Oh, you must be the lawyer and the victim. Yeah, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you. I'm Maya Fey, and this is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nikki Boy and Maya, huh? I can't tell you how grateful I am you decided to help my Ronnie.
Well, you're welcome.
Did she really just call me Nicky Boy?
Nicky boy.
About your husband. Heh, isn't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though.
A bit?
By the way, did you know they mentioned Maya on TV?
Huh? Really?
They said you own the urn that you're doing some shady training at a law office now. Remind me not to watch that channel's news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to meet the lawyer they mentioned.
I see.
My Ronnie, he has a powerful imagination and gets deluded easily. He kept insisting that he was going to surrender to the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me, I stole that urn, he kept saying, as if it was even possible.
Huh?
But are you saying he didn't? Ha, of course he didn't. Why would my Ronnie ever do something like that?
Well, you know, it's a priceless treasure, and he's, you know, is it possible his own wife doesn't know his secret identity?
Me? I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life.
Oh, excitement, huh?
Yes, I'm at my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike, going at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line, you know what I mean? Well, I think that depends on how you ride it. I'm the type who can't stand living a boring, dreary old life with no action. Can't relate. No offense, but your husband, Rom, doesn't exactly look like the risk-taking type himself. You're right about that. He's definitely not one for thrills and danger. But I do have to say he makes up for it in other ways.
Other ways?
Yeah, money. Ronnie is incredibly rich and super generous. I'm extremely shallow. He bought me a bike that's so fast it would make your head spin. And shopping? I like to shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The other day it actually happened. His head actually started to spin.
Man, talk about a high-maintenance wife.
So where does Mr. Delight get all this money from? Ronnie is a security guard. They put their lives on the line, right? So they get paid tons of money in return. Tons of it. Extremely not true.
He's a security guard? I think it's time for my head to spin.
Can you tell us about what happened last night? What time did that incident take place again? What time was it again, Maya?
Oh, well, according to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning.
Last night was horrible. I got pulled over.
Pulled over?
Yes, I always do my flying at night.
Flying? Are you talking about your motorcycle, right?
Yes. Anyway, last night I got pulled over by a policeman. That is to say, I have a credible alibi for the time of the crime. I can't believe he was caught up to me. It was a great chase, let me tell you. When he finally caught me, the poor man was as white as a sheet. It was about 3 in the morning when I finally got home.
Sounds like she's got an airtight alibi.
Well, what about Mr. Delight? I don't really know. We weren't together at that time of night. But when I got home, he was already fast asleep.
So basically, he's got no alibi.
Nice, perfect. Anything in the background? I do love this tiny little anvil that you've got here. Well, hold on. This is fucking old bag. This thing looks vaguely familiar. Oh, I know. It's a fishbowl. Well, an upside down one anyway. I think it's a helmet. An alien helmet. And that looks like a tape recorder or something next to it. I think it's a transceiver. An alien transceiver. Nick, do you think maybe you could act like a grown-up for a little bit? Getting lectured by Maya to be more of an adult, now that's a new low. Hey, thoughts on this card? So what do you know about this? No, you can't show her that, Nick. That emblem is top secret, don't you remember?
Oh, oops, sorry about that.
But the way she just said top secret was a worse giveaway than what I did. Oh, when I hear the word top secret, it just piques my interest like nothing else.
Want to talk about it?
God fucking damn it. Alright. Tell me about Ronnie. I know he doesn't look it, but he can really get things done when he puts his mind to it.
Really?
So when exactly does he put his mind to it? Well, not very often, I admit. What exactly does Miss Delight see in her husband anyway? Wow, you must have really seen skyrockets when you first met to love him so much. What the fuck? I've never heard that before. Skyrockets? I didn't know people still use that word. People use that word? Alright, what if I ask you about Mask to Mask? Mr. Light, you must know, right? About your husband and Mask to Mask? Mask to Mask? Of course, I know all about it. My husband is his biggest fan. Yup. What? Huh? Biggest fan? Yes, and Ronnie can be pretty delusional sometimes. That's how this whole misunderstanding happened. Wait a minute. Did you say delusional? Yes, that's right. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes that he is Mask to Mask. What? What are you talking about? So, when did Ron first become Mask to Mask? What are you talking about? He's not Mask to Mask. Huh? But, wait a second. Look around in this room. This place is obviously Mask to Mask's hideout. No, you're totally wrong. A real thief's hideout wouldn't look like this. True. You wouldn't just have your face all over it. It's because Ronnie is so timid himself that he really looks up to heroic figures. Heroic figure? But Mask to Mask is a bad guy. So he's a deluded. Huh. Could that really be true? Anyway, if he really had stolen the urn, wouldn't he still have it? Well, I suppose so. Then why don't you ask him if he has the urn or not? She has a point. Mr. Delight isn't exactly the criminal type. But something about Ron's behavior bothers me. He's just a manlet, you know. Maybe it's true. Maybe Mr. Delight isn't Mask to Mask after all. Say, can I ask you something, Nicky boy? What is it? I know I may seem like a bad girl on the outside, but the one thing I won't stand for is illegal activity. I had a feeling you wouldn't. You're tough, but I can tell you've got a good heart. Somebody framed my poor Ronnie, I just know it. Could you give this to Ronnie for me? A letter? Yes, for Ronnie. I want him to fight back. Mr. Light. Okay, you've got it. Just relax and leave it all to us. Let's hit the streets. Hey, dude. Oh, that's right. Here. This is from your wife. Huh? From Desi? Thank you. My dear Ronnie, how are you? I'm doing fine. He's clutching onto that letter so hard the ink is going to be squeezed out. He looks so happy. You should write a letter to Mystic Maya too, Mr. Nick. Mr. Lawyer. Yes. In the letter that Desi wrote, she said, ask this guy to be your lawyer. Huh? I know this would be asking a lot, but could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow. Hey, hang on a second. He can't be your lawyer. Why not? What do you mean, why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victims of this Mask to Mask guy. Well, yeah, but according to Desiree, he didn't do it. She said, poor man. He's deluded himself into thinking he did it. Right, Mr. Nick? Come on, she could be lying to protect her husband. Well, that's true. No, actually not. Actually, it's hard to say. Oh no, it's spreading. Oh, please, I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return. What should I do? I would like to play the video game. Well, Mr. Delight, I've decided to give it a try. I'll defend you. Really? You will? Hey, what are you doing, Nick? He's a thief. You can't trust him. Well, he may be a thief. But I think there's more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. Pearls? I can't believe you defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you. Ever. Pearly, wait. This is gonna be ugly. I'll go after her. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that. I guess I might as well start investigating. Oh, Maya, where's Pearls? She said she's going back to the office. Could you go in Go in on her late. Go check in on her later. Oh god, I'm so stupid. What about you? Are you okay with me taking Mr. Delight's case? Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I believe in you. I think I'm gonna cry. I know you have a lot of work to do. I really appreciate it. Oh, hold on. Remember to stay hydrated. Oh god. Oh god, suddenly felt like I'd swallowed a cactus. Okay, Nick. Let's get the show on the road. Let's hit the fucking streets. You wanna talk? Okay. Hey, at me. This is a detective agency. Looks more like the set of some B-grade horror movie. Hello? Is anyone here? Looks like nobody's home. What a waste of time. Hey, Anna, let's take that framed picture with us as a memento. Don't you dare, Maya. Guess we'll have to try later. Alright, the offices. Oh, Mr. Nick, welcome back. Oh, hey, Pearls. You're back too, I see. I went and bought us a strawberry cake. I'll go make some tea to go with it. Hey, Pearls. Looks like she feels really bad about what happened at the detention center. You really gonna give me a flashback for that? Come on, dude. Mystic Maya, the tea is ready. Oh, thanks. Come on, Mr. Nick, let's please have some of this cake. Yeah, thanks. Pearls? Oh, excuse me, I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet. Hey, it's okay, I just cleaned it this morning. Too late. This might be a good time for me to ask about her. I first met Pearls a year ago. It was when that murder happened at Carine Village. I still remember what she said to me when we first met. You're Mr. Nick, right? You're Mystic Maya's special someone. Hey Maya, I've always thought it was because she was young, but what? Pearls, I think she's got the wrong idea. About you and me. Huh? There's something you need to understand. We've been dating this entire time, Nick. What is it? It's kind of like a Carine Village custom, sort of. There are hardly any men in Carine Village. Sounds fucking sick, brother. Now that you mention it, I never actually saw any men there when I visited. I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago. About how spiritual powers run very strong in the Fae family. Yeah, you did. And that's why you're undergoing training to be a spirit medium, right? Yeah, the thing is, only women can actually inherit the spiritual power. That's why the whole culture of Carine Village kind of revolves around its women. Fucking sick, dude. Well, that's understandable. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages. Oh? Well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Cowards. Especially if the man has a daughter. Are you saying the Pearl's father? He's gone. He left the village when she was very young. Boy, that's tough. What a coward. Yeah, and she grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages all around her. I think what you mean to say is she grew up seeing a lot of cowardly men. That's why she's so sensitive to things like that. Pearl seems to love you a lot. Well, it's because I'm her only cousin, and, well, because of the murder case last year. Pearlie's mother is... Oh, yeah... I remember now. This case that I've forgotten somehow. Yeah, Pearl's mother, Morgan Faye. She's serving a prison term in isolation right now. Why isolation? So you see, what, like... It's not like her crime was especially heinous. Why is she in isolation? I mean, so you see, I'm the only family Pearlie has right now. But it's the same for me, too. Maya. My mother's gone, too. So your mother's still missing? Yeah, and no one has any idea where she is. Maya's mother, Misty Faye, the current master of the Quran channeling technique. She disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. But you're sure she's still alive, right? Yeah, I know she is. It's sort of a spirit medium thing. And if your mother doesn't come back, then what? Then according to the laws of the village, I'll become the next master. Mystic Maya, the master of the Quran technique. Sounds like a heavy responsibility. Yeah, but there's no one else with the blood of the Faye main family who's a spirit medium. Well, Nick, why don't we go out and start investigating? We're not just going to learn anything sitting around the office. Yeah, I know, but first I want to talk to Pearls.
Mr. Nick.
Yeah?
I acted like a baby.
Pearls.
I doubted you, even though Mystic Maya trusted you completely. I guess I still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick.
Yes.
I, from the bottom of my heart, apologise for what I said.
It's okay. I'm the one who should be apologizing.
Well, I'm going to go out now for a little bit.
Huh? Where are you going?
I may be small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling power. So I'm going to show you I can be useful too, by finding some evidence.
Hey, wait a sec. Oh, she sure runs fast. So what, she's gonna go just channel random people until she finds something? Let's back off and give her some room, okay? Yeah. Hey, Aunt May, are you here now? Okay. Maya! Oh, Miss Andrews. I'm so sorry, it's my fault. Your precious urn. Your precious urn. Please calm down. What's wrong? It never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Maya, I'm sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. No, it's okay. I know I don't look it, but I'm good with my hands. I could make you another urn. Hold on, just wait, okay? Breathe, calm down, and talk to us. Forgive me? Forgive me. So when did you get the calling card from Mask to Mask? Let's see. Exactly 10 days ago. I was gonna show it to the police, but that detective stopped me. So you asked Detective Atme to help with security? Yes. In fact, it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. He seemed to know much more about Mask to Mask than the police. So you hired him for security even before the calling card arrived? Well, yes, I had a premonition something bad might happen. I've learned to trust my hunches. So that's why there are security cameras, even in the basement warehouse? You tend to just have security cameras in important places. I don't think that's an Adrian-specific maneuver. Yes, Lordly Taylor is very serious about their security measures. It was their way of saying, bring it on, to any potential thieves. It's also just a thing that companies do, but you know. Well, he sure brought it last night, and even left with a nice souvenir. Can you tell us a bit about the security for the treasure exhibit? It was all my fault. I never should have called this paltry little collection a treasure exhibit anyway. Why do you say that? The urn that was stolen is a pretty important object. Maybe, but its actual value after appraisal was, well, practically zero. Zero? It has been broken twice. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. But that urn contains the soul of Mystic Army. Anyway, I left all the security arrangements to the detective at me. But 5 days ago, I began receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Quran. Lots of people started going in and out of the warehouse down there. So maybe one of them was actually Mask to Mask in disguise. No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here, so that's not possible. Knowing Adrian, she probably even checked what they ate for breakfast that morning. Hey, about this calling... No, fuck. Oh, it actually does say something. Whoops. To the security of Lordly Taylor, I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasure of Quran exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? The speckled urn, eh? Okay. Miss Andrews. I know it's all my fault, but what's done is done. I'll make it up by making a new urn for you. Okay. Camera. Okay. Sword. Urn. Okay. Army. Okay. Mask demask. Okay. At me. Okay. Adrian. You never know. I guess we'll go to the basement. Never mind, nothing happened. At me? Thank God. Hello?
Well, well. How lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere.
We're actually kind of...
Shh! Silence! Precisely as I expected.
What is it?
Zvari, the truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Am I correct?
I think we've already been through this.
Ha! So my estimation was correct. Zvari, how truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you?
You mentioned before that you were on guard duty all alone last night.
Precisely. This is my 5th encounter with my arch-enemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with the rightful pursuit of my prey.
I heard you've been after Master Mass since his very first theft.
Yes, my dear, I see you've done your homework. In his very first heist, that vile thief pilfered the most famous jewel, the Tear of Emanon. I first encountered him in the museum's sacred hall, the crime scene itself.
So that's why you were hired as security for the treasure exhibit? I'm pretty sure he said that Adrian Andrews hired him.
Yes, I borrowed some equipment from Lordly Taylor and set the perfect trap.
You must mean the security camera. But I thought you were watching the area yourself too. So how did Master Mask manage to steal the urn? That's the $1,000,000 question. What is Mask Demask's modus operandi? Mr. Atme, did you know about the sacred urn?
I am interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Mask Demask. Sacred urn? That has nothing to do with this case.
But wasn't that what Master Mask stole this time?
I am a hunter, sir. The urn was nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. Do you yourselves remember the shape of the individual peanuts you throw to pigeons?
I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Nick. Well, anyway, it looks like he doesn't know about the urn. There's something that's kind of bothering me.
Please, my dear, ask me anything you like. After all, we are all seekers wandering alone in the dark.
Well, I was wondering how Master Mask managed to steal the urn. I mean, isn't it strange that you don't seem to know? Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Mask to Mask.
Well, what the? It's a psyche lock.
Psyche lock? Hey Nick, what is this psyche lock thing? Could you please give me a tutorial real quick? Well, your Magatama lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I can find out what those secrets are. What? This Magatama has that kind of power? Maya, you're the one who gave me this Magatama last year. Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized family heirloom, but Pearlie was the one that actually imbued it with spiritual powers, right? That's why I don't really know much about what it can do. This is the woman that's going to take over the Quran channeling school someday. So how do you do it? How do you break the psyche lock thing? Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret. Cool! I can't wait to see it in action. Oh boy, I think the future master needs to learn how to be patient. Alright, observe the Magatama. Detective Atney, you were standing guard at the scene of the crime. There's no way you didn't see Master Mask commit the crime.
Well now, I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Yes, indeed, I was guarding the warehouse, that much is true. But I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door.
I'm not sure why, but this Atney guy's lying through his teeth. I know, I'll show him some proof. But someone went through that door last night. But there was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. It should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through that door.
Precisely.
I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night.
Wah! But my monocle didn't catch anyone in its flash. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be.
Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned.
What? Are you saying I didn't do my duty properly?
Detective Atney, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is, why are you trying to hide it? If he's hiding it, there must be some reason. Some reason he desperately wants to keep hidden. And I've got just the piece of evidence that should prove it. Let's suppose you didn't manage to see Master Mask. In that case, the reason you didn't catch it was because you were unconscious.
I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough.
Detective Atney, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you?
Ha! Surely you must be joking. You think that I, Luke Atney, could be knocked unconscious so easily?
This sword proves it.
That's...
Before the theft, this sword was in the hands of the statue of Ami Faye. Furthermore, at that time, it was not bent. There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by this sword.
Well, Detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney. I can't deny that there may be a small hint of truth in what you say.
So you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you?
Clobber. What an ugly way of saying it, but I suppose you could put it that way. The coward struck at the more precise moment that I had turned to look at the computer.
So you never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse?
No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. Then my arch-nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here.
Ouch, Mr. Atney should have his poor head examined. You can say that again. How could he have underestimated the thief that badly? Well, it looks like we've got one thing cleared up anyway. Huh? What? That Atney is the greatest ace detective in the world? Funny joke. No, that he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be Master Mask.
Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably Masked Mask.
But you never actually saw him.
Perhaps so, but I installed a security camera for just such a contingency.
Oh.
Last night, the camera went off exactly once. Behold! This is a photo of the dastardly thief, taken by the security camera.
Right. So the box was already in this paint before this photo was taken, so the urn was already not in that room when this photo was taken, because the pattern is already there. That's him. Mask to mask. This is not the moment it was stolen.
The thief can be none other than the arch-criminal, Mask to Mask. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such brazen crimes.
What are you talking about? So, what did you mean by a very good reason?
Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate.
But how would you know about that?
Have you forgotten? You are speaking to the finest ace detective to ever walk on the face of the earth. The most brilliant mind since, well, ever. Look at me.
I guess we better go take a look just in case. I also then can stop doing the voice I've committed to, which would be nice. There it is. Hey Nick, remember what Detective Atney said?
Exactly that.
A green envelope, huh? Looks like this must be it. Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. 50,000? This is a blackmail letter. It sure looks like a major clue, all right. Oh, someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take but a second, I promise. Oh, thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. When I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please come in, I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. Wait a minute, I know that voice. Oh, Nicky boy, I'm sorry, but I got another guest. Ah, you. You're... Nick, it's you! And Maya, too. What a fluke. Oh, Larry, long time no see. What? You know each other? Nicky boy?
Nick, do you and this girl have, something going on?
Something? If you mean that I think... I underestimated you, Nick. A gorgeous lady like this. And married, too? Way to go, dude. I knew it. Just when things can't get any worse, it's time to cue in the Butts. Larry Butts. Ever since grade school, he's been not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey man, that wasn't nice. I was your very first client. We've got quite the storied history, he and I. And what we used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the Butts. Hey, come on now, you're embarrassing me. And in front of this pretty little thing here. So you two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. You two go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm gonna go check up on my bike. Is this investigation section ever going to fucking end, dude? Nice girl, that Desi. So how you been, Nick? Too busy if you really want to know. So what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard from you. And what's with those clothes? You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform from my part-time job. But I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you. Women! I don't trust them anymore. I'm gay now. You got dumped again? Well, you know Benifer. I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. That's where I met the famous Caddy Tom, and my whole life changed. Benifer? Caddy Tom? I've never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Caddy Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Well, actually. Anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women! They're so... Oh, but you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. Larry's just an incel, isn't he? Looks like he's still the same old Larry. So what are you doing here anyway?
Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy, that's all.
Yep. Well, actually, I picked up this last night while I was working. A wallet? You say you found this last night?
Yeah,
It had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. Hang on, let me see that for a minute. I knew it. Desi's picture is in here.
yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Hey, Nick.
It's not what you're thinking at all. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit.
Ah, no way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news.
It really is here just to check out Miss Delight. You say you found it at your job, right?
Yeah,
I'm working for a private security company as a guard.
chicks just love a guy in uniform, you know.
A security guard, huh? So that's what that uniform is all about. As if it wasn't fucking obvious. So what time was it when you found this last night?
Huh? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I've got an alibi?
You're not the one who's on the hook for a crime this time, buddy. But I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. That was when... What was Mr. Delight's wallet doing there, anyway?
Anyway, there's nothing weird about that.
After all, he works there. He works there? You mean Mr. Delight?
Yeah.
Here, take a look at this. It's right here in his wallet. What's this card? It's a key card for the security company. See, it's got a serial number on it right here. There's no mistake about it. You said you were working part-time at a security company, right?
That's right.
Why are you making that scary face? Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this key card. Hey Larry, tell me more about this key card. So you're sure about this key card?
Yep, that's the key card we use at the building I work in.
According to the serial number, this one's for the CEO's office.
You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record.
It leaves a record?
Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when.
Larry, I need that data.
Whoa, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data's off limits to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi.
She's married. Times like this when I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. Would you like to tell me about Ron? Okay. Mask?
I just thought of something. What if it's actually a hot chick under that costume?
Forget about it. It's a guy, trust me.
Man, you're killing my buzz, dude.
Boy, talk about someone who has one-track minds. Yeah.
That Desi's one awesome lady, alright. It's been a long time since I felt this way. I think I'm really in love this time.
She's married. A long time, huh?
Yeah, well, except for what I feel for you, Maya.
I don't think even he knows what he's saying anymore.
Larry? Even you could learn a few tricks from me, Nick.
Yeah, like what?
Look at my hair, for example. It points up straight, right? But your hair, on the other hand, points backwards. That's no good at all, man. It's defeatist. You gotta aim high for the stars.
I can't find a counter-argument to that. Okay, let's go to ask Ron about it. Never mind, let's not ask Ron about it. Let's go, no. Well, I guess I can ask you as well while I'm here, I might as well. Yeah. Adrian! Thoughts? Yeah, I didn't ask you about the camera data, but I guess I don't really need to anymore. Okay. Oh. Now who do we talk? Now what do I do? I don't know why I went back here. Blackmail letter. Hey Larry, what about this? What? If you got something to say, then say it already. Huh? A blackmail letter? Do you know anything about this? Well, I don't know anything about Alexis, and that's the truth. Huh? What? I can't believe you'd do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000. I don't have that kind of money. No, you don't understand. This blackmail letter was sent to Ron Delight. Woo! Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot. Wait, I'm the idiot? Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope. Yeah, so what? That's where I've got a part-time job, at KB Security. What? That information we were already told? Now will you tell me more? Weird how that came up from the blackmail letter and not me showing you the KB Security card. KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter. You know about it? That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on the job right now. Huh? So what are you doing here then? Well, the boss is away right now, and you know about what mice do when the cat's away. Yes, sigh. Anyway, how far away is this company? Let me see, about 30 minutes by car, I guess? Well, if you fly down the road, anyway. Well, this apartment building is pretty close to Lordly Taylor, right? It would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. If Ron Delight was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then... Whoa! Then he couldn't have stolen the sacred urn. Hey, Nick, your phone.
Hello? Is this the Wright residence?
Ah, Pearls, where are you?
I thought I'd go to Lordly Taylor to try and find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost.
What? Give me that phone, Nick. Pearlie, where are you right now?
I was walking along and I found myself in front of that person's office.
That person? Who?
Well, that person who doesn't act his age and always says Zvari when he's excited.
Look at me, Ace the Text. Stay right there, we're coming to get you.
Alright, I'm a little scared.
Alright, let's go, Maya. Wait a second, Nick. What? That phone call just now. Sounded like a real cutie. Don't do it. Don't do it. Another one of your, special friends? Say goodbye to Miss Delight for me, would you, Larry? Good talk.
Ah, Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya.
Burley!
I never thought I'd see the two of you again.
So is Mr. Ace Detective out of the office?
Yes, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight.
Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were here last? Now that you mention it.
Let's do some snooping.
This bag, I'm sure it wasn't here before.
Looks quite full. I wonder what could be in here.
Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute, we can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. What's just a little crime, you know? That's true, and truth be told, I have to admit I'm kind of curious. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth.
Well, hello there. He's here. What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly.
I'm really sorry. Maya made me do it.
Nick, I can't believe you. A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about here?
What do you mean by that?
Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Tomorrow's trial, Zvari. Shall we say, the figurative Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime.
What did you say to me? What did you just say to me? Wow, Nick. Sounds like it's gonna be really exciting. What's gonna happen at the trial tomorrow that's so dramatic?
Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place. That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick. Tomorrow will be a day to remember. I, Luke Atme, will take the stand. And then, Zafari, my testimony will prove to you the undoing of the lot of you. Yes, all of you, I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators.
Conspirators?
You're quite quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There is a far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial.
What are you talking about?
So, lawyer, if you are truly who you say you are, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Yes, I have in fact heard of Godot.
Godot? Who is this Godot person?
It's not surprising a spirit medium has not heard the name. Godot, the prosecutor whose equal cannot be found in this country, but in heaven. Godot, a legend or myth. Men pin a lifetime of hopes on the chance to simply meet him.
Prosecutor Godot? But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick?
It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But Ace Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad.
Huh?
In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in this country.
And you agree with that?
Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atme of the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong? I seem to remember hearing about someone like that.
Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance.
I wonder what that could be a reference to.
You have taken a step down the path of foolishness. To try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty.
Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure Mr. Delight really is Damask.
My dear lady, times may change, but people, sadly, do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature.
Looks like we're done investigating for the day. Thank God.
Sir Lawyer, the stage has been set and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin.
A new prosecutor, an ace detective. The best prosecutor, thank you. An ace detective and a thief. This will be one rough trial. Finally, I've been waiting so long for him.